39 assists, just 11 turnovers. And Bonte, the biggest number, the threes. 19 made threes for the Warriors, 7 for the Kings, a plus 36.
They now improved to 16-4 on the season when they commit the same or fewer turnovers than their opponent. They outscored the Kings 74-44 in the second half. Wow. And as you mentioned, the ball movement, 39 assists tonight. The threes, 19 made threes. They're continuing to replicate what they did against the Clippers and the Milwaukee Bucks.
No, this is the momentum they've been looking to build all season long. Perfect timing, home games galore coming up here. And I really like the fact that you said, Bonte, that second unit with Jimmy Butler really starting to thrive. Just feels like 5 guys are engaged. Defensively, they're moving like a string, and offensively, all 5 are live and aggressive.
Including De'Anthony Melton, who scored 12 points in that pivotal third quarter. He's standing by with Fitz and Buki.
De'Anthony Melton is healthy. The 3-ball is there. The defense is always there. Tell me, you got to be feeling good right now.
I'm just trying to stack days, man. I'm really just trying to stack days. We're such a good team that, once we have the ball in our hands, we can figure it out. But giving the other team the ball, especially in transition, it's tough to cover, especially with the guys we got on this team. A lot of teams want to get in transition to try to beat us. So, every time we get a shot up, it's beautiful for us.
You're the connector. There's older guys on the team, plenty of younger guys on the team. You're 27 and right in your prime. You got each foot in both worlds there.
Yeah, something like that. So I can definitely relate to both sides. I try to talk to some of the young dudes, but also at the same time, I feel all the old dudes, what they be going through too. So I love it, just trying to take it day by day, man.
And how are you feeling? Because you have your burst back. You're able to exploit matchups. You get a big on you. You're going by them so easily now, and that's kind of what you've done throughout your career, but it must feel so amazing for you being this healthy now.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, earlier in my career, I just felt a little looser, just in my body. So now I feel tight, and I feel in control more, and I just feel a lot stronger going to the rim and figuring out different ways to, be effective for my team too, really.
We'll let you go with this one. No complaints with an 8-game homestand, right?
Not a complaint in the world, honestly.
Get ready for Sunday. Thanks for stopping. We appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely.
De'Anthony Melton, he said stacking days. The Warriors are stacking W's. They've won 8 out of 11. Start the homestand perfectly. 2-0. Atlanta on Sunday. De'Anthony Melton in that 15-0 Warrior run. That was the key to taking care of the Kings tonight.
And think about this, Mully. Entering that Milwaukee game, De'Anthony Melton was shooting 22% from the three-point line, 34% from the floor. Well, over his last 2 games, he's now 8 of his last 15 from the perimeter, 41 points, 12 in that pivotal third quarter, which the Warriors dropped 34 in the Kings.
Yeah, Bonte, when he wasn't shooting the ball well, I thought he was still playing a good basketball game, but obviously when you knock it down shots, it brings everything together. It ties the game together, both offensively and defensively. He looks healthier. Played 25 minutes last game, just under 20 minutes tonight. Looks like he's really comfortable. And a lot of people are thinking he will eventually start. But De'Anthony Melton, to me, looks like the type player. It almost doesn't matter. Whoever you put him out there with, he's going to figure it out because he's a tremendous two-way player. He's got a good feel for the game offensively. He doesn't rely exclusively on a three-point shot, but now he's knocking them down. It really helps spread the floor for him. And then defensively, he's probably one of the top on-ball defenders. Big, strong. He can switch 1 through 3, maybe even 4 on a given night. So he's one of those guys, as Fitz said, he connects the game because he's a tremendous two-way player.
Yeah, Warriors now 3 games over 500. Season high 39 assists for the Dubs. The bench outscored Sacramento's bench 66-38. And it wasn't just Melton. It was also Gary Payton II, who missed the game against Milwaukee due to an ankle injury. It was good to see him back, cutting to the basket. 6-7, Willie. And how about this? He's only 6'2", right? But he plays well above his height. He plays like a big. 1 rebound shy of a double-double.
No, similar to De'Anthony Melton, Bonte, GP2 has a great feel for the game offensively. He knows how to figure out where to be and get himself open on the dunker spot. And much like QP did in the first half, Bonte, when you're sitting on that three-point shot, you don't always have to stay there and shoot threes. There's no reason you can't cut to the basket for layups. I think the Warriors have done a much better job being better balanced. The three-point shot, they made 19 tonight. But I've seen a lot of guys cutting to the basket, getting layups, making the defense pay on both perimeter shots and in the paint.
You speak of balance, 60 points in the paint tonight for the Golden State Warriors. They outscored the Kings by 10 in that painted area, thanks to GP2 going 6 of 7. He stopped by with the great KB, Kareth Burke, for a little one-on-one.
Gary, this game was tied 84-all in the third quarter. It exploded into a 34-point blowout. How did it happen?
Coach wanted us to really lock in on defense, get 3 stops coming out of that third quarter. So, we put a couple stops together and got out the run, made some good buckets, so it's good.
What do you think about the string of games that De'Anthony Melton is having right now as he gets healthy?
We know D-Mel, once he gets healthy and gets back to his normal ways, he's going to impact the game like he does, makes threes, gets stops, and ball handling and control the game for us. So it's a good addition off the bench for us.
How about some good string of games for you, too, especially on the glass? What's working well for you right now?
Everybody's boxing out, hitting guys, and letting me come down and get the rebound. So I shout out to the team for, hitting bodies and then just getting out and running and, just do what we do in transition.
You got some compliments from Steve Kerr at practice. Again, talking about how you're a 6'3" power forward in a guard's body. As you think about your career and the things that keep you on the floor, did you expect to be a power forward?
I did not. I was trying to find ways to stay on the floor, but I guess it worked out perfectly.
Congratulations. Thank you.
GP2 with 3 consecutive double-figure games. And how about this? 18 of his last 26 from the floor. Gary Payton II. It is Stephen Curry. 27 points, 10 assists, a smooth double-double, 2 blocks. And as the Warriors are trying to gain separation, hit back-to-back threes in the middle of the third quarter. Just another night at the office for the chef, Stephen Curry, Billy.
Yeah, the shot making, once again, 6 of 12 from three-point range. Brabante to 10 assists. Nice floor game by Steph. Giving it up, getting back, sharing and carrying with his teammates. And this is how you wind up making 19 threes. When that ball's popping, you get 39 assists, 19 threes, hitting the open man unconditionally.
So your final takeaway here, we're 2 games through this 8-game homestand. We talked about this 11-game stretch overall where they don't have to leave the state of California. Are they playing their best basketball at this moment? I know it comes against the Kings, who have now lost 7 in a row. They've lost 20 games by double digits. That's second most in the league. Milwaukee's struggling as well. But I'm looking at the Warriors and the way they're playing. Feels like they are playing their best ball right now, despite the opponents.
Exactly, Bonte. You look at the brand of basketball that the Warriors are playing. To me, it's the best they've played this season, and starting to look like last year when they acquired Jimmy Butler, when they went 23-8. Looks like they're starting to roll in that type of fashion. And I go back to Charlotte, Brooklyn. I thought those 2 games, the bench lifted the starters up, and I think since then the starters have played better. And the bench has even played better than they did in those games. Feels like the starters are starting to feel more comfortable. The bench is definitely playing great basketball. I think Steve Kerr's figured out, he wants Draymond and Steph together as much as possible. So he's been taking Jimmy off the floor early in the first quarter. But what that does allows him to play with the bench on those non-Steph Curry minutes, and they're really starting to flourish together.
Yeah, the spacing looks incredible with Jimmy Butler surrounded by the shooters like De'Anthony Melton, Will Richard, and now Horford and company. But the Warriors, they've won 8 of their last 11. Are they starting to turn the corner, folks?
Played a pretty good 35 minutes, but then they didn't do anything in the last 15 minutes.
They scored 19 points in the last 15 minutes
Wow.
of this basketball game as the Warriors scored 53 to blow this one open. Like you mentioned, they were playing good basketball, but once the Warriors, which we touched on in our pregame show, they can build a lead, and they were trying to gain that separation throughout this basketball game and give the Kings credit. Every mini run the Warriors had, the Kings would answer, but it felt like once they fell behind by double digits, they become the Kings again and just say, you know what, here goes the same old song. We've been through this movie before, and they get blown out here, and they didn't fight back in that fourth quarter. Wide open dunk for Paz down the lane.
Well, you look at the efficiency numbers for the Warriors, 55% from the field, 42 from 3, and 100 from the line. And the Kings, they shoot 50% from the field, Bonte, but the three-point shot.
Yep.
Plus 36 for the Warriors, 19 made threes to 7 made three for the Kings. But again, I think a key stat, the low turnover numbers, because it puts pressure on the Kings to maintain that offensive efficiency. That's the Warriors game. The Warriors, when they're moving that basketball, they feel very comfortable distributing it throughout the lineup, and that's why you can make 19 threes. Looked like the Sacramento Kings not as comfortable playing that style. We talked pregame, their top players, it's not their fault, but the top players like the ball in their hands. So the spacing's not as good, the ball movement's not there. You don't have taking contested shots as the Warriors are moving that thing around, playing their style of basketball. So the Warriors dictated tempo, dictated style of play, and most importantly, third game in a row now, really controlled their turnovers.
Yeah, just 11 turnovers on the night, and they got up 9 more shots than the Sacramento Kings. Stephen Curry, he's at